This is Excalibur Heavy Battlecruiser, and today we're returning back to Black Sun to end things off once and for all. Now if you remember, back in 2021 I made a video showcasing this game, and it's a game that I like a lot, even if it has a rather underwhelming boss fight. Yeah, the final boss was nothing special. But there are some cool things in this game, and the most epic one is that you can do this. Now if you're wondering what the hell is this supposed to be, it is, you can actually pilot a freaking battleship. Yeah. Not even gonna show you the grinding process because it's all convoluted. My game progress was erased several times over and all that stuff. But here you have it. The battleship is back. I have brought the battleship and now I can pilot it. Now obviously because this thing is a freaking battleship, it moves slowly. The speed of this thing is terrible. But in return, you get a lot more HP than the other ships. The other fighters, obviously, because it's a much larger ship. It should have a lot more health. But not only that, you also have 2 additional miniguns. So alongside your main weapon, you now have 2 miniguns. This thing sure is a This thing sure is a monstrosity, isn't it? And I do hate piloting this ship because, yeah, it's slow. Now since we're playing with the first level and this is on normal mode, I can easily cheese up the rest of the enemies. Well then, time to fight the first boss, and this is the first boss. Okay, this is weird. This is unexpected. I did not expect the frigate to just speed off like that. Well, that's what happens when you're fighting off an enemy that's bigger than you. Now I am the boss. Now show yourself, frigate. Wherever you are, you're not gonna last long. I like how the frigate is now trying to take down me, who is the boss. The tables have turned. You thought you were a boss? Those days are gone. I am the boss. Unfortunately, this also means that he can just hit and run me over and over again. Unless I do enough damage to take him out once and for all. Okay, he definitely is not trying to come anywhere near me. Oh, there are his turrets. Well, taking out those turrets, you get some HP. Well, I took out those turrets and he lost a whole lot of HP. He definitely is ought to be here somewhere. Come on, frigate. Show yourself. I like how the first boss of this game is super cowardly. Oh, there he is. You ain't getting away. Gonna put you down once and for all. And yeah, I have all of the ships unlocked. I also have all of the guns unlocked except for the plasma shotgun. Same thing with the missiles, I have all of them unlocked. So now, instead of playing level 2, we're gonna go straight to level 5. I think this is where another cruiser shows up. And this time, we're bumping up the difficulty because normal mode was way too easy. I just shredded apart enemies like nothing. So we're gonna put it straight to hell mode because that's the highest difficulty. The enemy's gotta put up a fight with this one. Okay. Now that we're here, we can take down these little fighters. The little fighters do not stand a chance against the freaking battleship. Oh, look at that. They got a frigate. But too bad. It's a freaking battleship they're fighting. A frigate is not gonna take down a battleship by itself unless it has absurd plot armor or something like that. And in this case, I am the one who has plot armor. So yeah, I can take down hordes of these frigates, these starfighters, and those gunboats that are probably gonna show up in the next wave. Not even sure if they're gunboats or gunships. You keep on interchanging those terms. They're definitely not the same thing. Gunboats are different from gunships in real life, but I honestly don't know what they're actually called in game. There's no bestiary for this game, and it makes me a little sad. Oh look, these guys are here. Right now I'm going to be calling them gunboats, because they do look a bit more like boats than gunships, which are like helicopters and stuff. Okay, we gotta take down this frigate. Also, if you've been noticing, I've been using the ion gun instead of the plasma gun, because the ion gun, it doesn't have as much DPS, but it is better for crowd control, because when you hit an enemy with it, it splinters apart. Okay, there we go. We need to take down these frickin' frigates. I do like how the frigates are now actually kind of tanky, even against my barrage of bullets. I mean, these guys are no match. Okay, there we go. We gotta take down this big old gunboat. Gonna take down some more gunboats. Come on. Well, there goes all of them. And look at that, they actually got me down to low health. Like, they took out over half of my health, and I may actually need help. I may actually need getting health, because I was not very careful at piloting my ship. But to be fair, this thing is very slow and chunky. It's not gonna win any points for agility, is it? Let me take down this frigate once and for all. Well, wave 3 started. And look at that, we got a freaking cruiser. Now it's a cruiser with it's a cruiser with full health versus me and a battleship. This is actually kind of an even fight. I do have to be very careful not to get damaged up too much, otherwise I may actually lose to a cruiser. Hopefully my missiles can keep me from dying. Okay. I like how those wormholes are kind of acting as bullet shields. And I'm just engaged in a freaking broadside battle with this freaking cruiser. Okay, come on. You gotta go down by now. This cruiser... Okay, it's not a cruiser. Those vortexes are acting as a bullet shield in their favor as well. So it's not just me who's benefiting off of it. Okay, gotta get closer to it. But I also have to risk taking even more damage. Okay, definitely gotta find a way to close the distance again. Oh look, I did some more damage. Now I'm tearing him apart, but I'm also taking a heavy load of damage. Well, this is it. This is the last few seconds of the battle. It's either me or him who's going down. I may just prevail. There we go! That was the closest fight I've ever had. God damn, this was a close call. If I was a little less careful, I might have actually died. But with that being done, now we can skip straight to level 7 because this one has another battleship. The one that I have to escort. So yeah, instead of there being one battleship, now we have two on the same team. So yeah, this is a fleet battle now. There we go, there's a frigate. Let me take down this starfighter. Those guys are usually pretty annoying. Now, usually for this one, the first wave consists of enemy fighters and frigates. The gunboats are not gonna show up till wave 2, I think. There we go. There goes a freaking frigate. Oh, those guys are also gonna go down. Well, there we have another frigate. I like how how the other battleship's guns can tell you where the enemies are. And in this case, yeah, I'm gonna take down this frigate first. Well, there we go. I don't like you, starfighter. Aw, man, that missile missed. I need to take down this frigate. Now he's aiming down there, which means there's another frigate. Actually, two of them. Gotta love a 2 versus 2. Oh wait, it's now a 2 versus 1. Never mind, we also have a bunch of smaller enemies, smaller allies helping out. Okay, 3 of them. And they also brought in a few fighters. I can take down the fighters pretty easily. But the frigates do take some time to take down. They're bullet sponges. Now we have wave 2. And let's take these guys down. Now we have these gunboats. Okay, we need to take... Once all the gunboats converge, I'll fire a cruise missile and try to take them out. I'll try to take down a bunch of them. Let's see if that works. That starfighter was surprisingly tanky. Nice nuke. Okay, there's a lot of these guys. There is so many of them. Holy cruiser, there are so many of them. We're getting overwhelmed by these guys, and they're actually chipping away my health too, so I definitely gotta be careful. There we go. Took down a bunch of those gunboats. Oh, wave 3. And yeah, this is one of those missions which has no boss, but it's still pretty challenging. Not just because this is hell mode, but because there are a bunch of enemies. More so than usual. And those enemies are actually dealing some surprising amounts of damage to me. Now fortunately my ally is indestructible as far as I know, but I'm not. I can be hurt and I can be defeated if I'm not careful. I'll probably try to take down the smaller enemies instead of the bullet sponge. Oh, frigates. Okay, there goes the health. This is not looking good for me. Okay, gotta get to the health real quick. Well, I made it. Now I can outlast all of them. I also have them frozen in time, and which means I can just take them down. Come on. Well, there's only a handful of enemies left now. Oh, there's the last one. It was the last one. So yeah, there you have it. That was a fleet battle. Now for the thing that I really am hyped for. It is a battleship versus a freaking battleship. Let's go. And yes, this is hell mode, just to confirm. So there you have it, this is my battleship. And now there's the enemy battleship. And yeah, this guy is huge, as I've stated before. Like, even though I'm a freaking battleship, he's still much larger than me. In fact, he is as wide as I am long. Despite that, I've already dealt a lot of damage to him. You know the funny part? I can actually toss this guy around. I can just ram into him, and I can make him move. I can just budge him like that, and suddenly his turrets are no longer actually on the ship itself. Now, the turrets are pretty durable. I don't know, the mechanics are kind of weird with this. I can just sit right below the boss and just chip at him, and I can just straight up bully this boss because he's that pathetic. I swear that cruiser was more scary to me than the freaking battleship. Like, what the heck is this battleship? It doesn't deserve to be called a battleship. It deserves to be called a piece of scrap. It's not even doing that much damage to me. Now, to be fair, the cruiser also probably got lucky because the other enemies dealt so much damage to me that I had only 30% of my health left. So in that sense, it is a little bit unfair to judge the freaking battleship like that, but still, I expected better from you. I expected you to demolish my ass. Instead, I'm the one who's demolishing your ass. Literally. Well, let's end this. 3, 2, 1, kabooey! And there you have it. That is all that Black Sun has to offer. Well, aside from the survival mode, which I've already showcased before. So yeah, that's all that Black Sun has to offer. As you can see, the battleship is a very interesting and unique experience. It's very slow, but it gives you additional firepower, and it is very tanky. Plus, it just looks freaking awesome. Like, normally in most games you're piloting something that's rather small and fast, but here, you're piloting something big and chunky, and that can take a lot of damage. My name is Excalibur Heavy Battlecruiser, and as always, may the forks be with you all.